16 to the power of sine squared x plus 16 to the power of cos squared x equals 10. So they want us to solve for x. So I'm going to start off with changing this 16 to 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 2 to the power of 4 cos squared x equals 10. After this, I'm going to change this cos squared to 1 minus sine squared. That's coming from the identity sine squared x plus cos squared x equals 1. And therefore, cos squared will be 1 minus sine squared by moving the sine squared to the other side. Okay, so we have 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 2 to the power of 4. And I'm going to change this to 1 minus sine squared x equals 10. And I will rewrite this again. But I will distribute the 4 into here. So I get 4 minus 4 sine squared x equals 10. Now we're going to use the exponent law, which is x to the power of a over x to the power of b equals x to the a minus b. And here basically the x is 2 and a is 4 and the b is 4 sine squared x. So basically we're going to go backwards, go from here to here. And I'm going to have 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x plus 2 to the power of 4 over 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x equals 10. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let u equal 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x. So therefore, this will be u plus 2 to the 4 is just 16 over u equals 10. And what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to multiply everything by u to get rid of the u on the bottom here. So u times u is u squared plus 16 equals 10 u. I'm going to move everything to one side, equate it to 0. So this will be u squared minus 10u plus 16 equals 0. And I will now take this here to the top right here. So again, we had u squared minus 10u plus 16 equals 0. I will factor this. And this will give me u minus 8, u minus 2 equals 0. Two numbers multiplied to give me positive 16 and add to give me negative 10. They are the negative 8 and the negative 2. And therefore, u equals 8 and 2. At this stage, we will go back to what u equals, which is right here. And instead of u here, we'll go 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x equals 8. And 2 to the power of 4 sine squared x equals 2. We're going to solve this. So I'm just going to keep this the same. and change the 8 to 2 to the power of 3. That allows me to cancel the bases. And I have 4 sine squared x equals 3. Divide both sides by 4. By 4, I got sine squared x equals 3 over 4. I'm going to square root both sides. So I'll get sine x when I square root this. And when I square root this, so basically I'm square rooting both sides right here. And that's going to give me plus or minus square root of 3 over 2. Now, we know this here is the special angle triangle of 30, 60, 1, 2, root 3. The angle that has a sine of root 3 over 2, it is the 60, because sine 60 is root 3 over 2. And since the sign is plus or minus, according to all students take calculus, then I'm going to have an angle in every quadrant. And of course, since the angle that has a sine of root 3 over 2 is 60, then my reference angle in everywhere here is going to be 60. Okay. So we need to find this angle right here, which is obvious. That's 60 because we measure the angles from 0. That's 180. And that's 360. So the first angle, x1, is 60. And then this angle here, x2, will be 180. Take away 60, because you go all the way to here and take away the reference angle. That will give you 120. Now, when they say solve here, they didn't tell us solve for x between 0 and 360, so they asking for general solution. And for general solution, you know, if you add 1 to this angle, if you add 180, you're going to get there. Also, to this angle, if you add 180, you're going to get there. So basically, if you go 120 plus 180, it will give you 300, which is this. And also, you keep on going around 180s, 180, 180 for general solution. So what you need to say here, just say it's 60 plus n 180, where n is a member of all integers, or z. And here also, it's 120 plus n 180, where n is a member of all integers. We have to do this. We know that's 2 to the power of 1, so I'm just going to cancel. And I have 4 sine squared x equals 1. I'm going to divide both sides by 4. And I'm going to get sine squared x equals 1/4. I'm going to square root both sides. I'm going to get sine x equals 1/2. And the angle that has a sine of 1/2, it's the 30. Now we square root both sides. And we're going to get sine x. Don't forget, it's going to be plus or minus. Square root of 1 is 1, square root of 4 is 2. Now we do the same thing, which is doing the quadrants. 0, 180, 360. Of course, that's 90 and that's 270, but we never really use them when we're solving this kind of questions, because the reference angle is always between the x-axis and the terminal arms. And since it's a plus and minus, the same kind of situation, you're going to have a terminal arm in every quadrant, starting at quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, quadrant 4. The angle that has a sine of 1/2 is from the 360 90 triangle. So sine 30 is 1/2. So therefore, your reference angle here everywhere is going to be 30. Okay. And honestly, and like the question that we did here, we only, for general solution, we only need to find the first one, and we need to find the second one. And then you just keep on adding 180 to get all the other solutions. So therefore, x1 equals 30. And for general solution, you go plus n 180, where n is a member of all integers. And x2 is going to be all the way to 180, take away the 30, and it's going to be 150 plus n 180, where n is a member of all integers. See you on my next video. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.